Good morning, everybody. Guys, am I audible to all of you?
Good morning, sir.
Yes,
You're
sir.
audible.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. So, guys, before starting this session, awareness session, let me give you a few disclaimer. I'm gonna keep all of you into mute because of multiple reasons, like might have a background noise or something. To avoid that, if anybody has any doubt, yes, you can unmute yourself and place your question once I stop. Okay. Towards more information on anything or towards the session, we can discuss it later once the class is completed so that we can focus on the motive. I hope you all will cooperate on that thing, and let's begin. So basically my question towards you all is, how many of you are having a taste or understanding on what is Tableau? Can any of you share your understanding or experience?
It is tool for data visualization.
Right. What else it could be?
Might be recognized or the data related to the project, anything like that.
Okay.
It is basically a data visualization tool which used to prepare dashboard and reports using data analytics kind of a thing.
Okay.
We use data to solve problems.
Solve problems as in?
It will help.
Sorry, I didn't get.
Yeah, you said solve problem. I'm just trying to find out some examples towards the same.
No, I don't know.
It will
No
help
worries.
to make a decision making in business through data collections and data interpretation.
True. Great. Okay. What next?
Tableau might be helpful for the presenting the data and also analyzing the data which has been gathered.
Right. Okay. So most of you people, whatever you have conveyed now is correct, or rather relatable, definitely. So yes, Tableau is something which is basically a software or tool which will help you to visualize the data and understand, or rather to how we'll know how to interpret and come out with a solution or an outcome towards the huge data. So let us begin first of all towards this Tableau session. So welcome you all for the Tableau, which is supported by or facilitated by COAPD, and I'll be taking you through the CO Tableau session, and my name is Ravi. Okay. So let's begin. So today my agenda will be, I'll make you familiarized with what is Tableau software, what is data visualization, a Tableau overview, Tableau storytelling. This is something I'll define more. Tableau versus Power BI comparison, few Tableau screens I'll be sharing, and you can download a Tableau for a free trial. Not it's a free trial version, but for a limited time, so that you can practice, and we can look more into few scenarios in Tableau today. So what is Tableau software? This was founded in 2003 from Stanford Research. And why is it founded?
Sorry, sir, Ravi, sir.
Yeah.
Before we start, is this PPT available or do we have to take screenshot? I'm sorry for the interruption.
No need to take screenshot. This is a recording, and this recording will be placed in your library section so that you can go through it. On other hand, PPT is something which is not for any participant. It is what I have created. Okay, but this video will be definitely helping you on. Okay. This PPT is in general to give an overview, not a PPT on the Tableau how it performs. Okay, that will be showing. I'll be showing you examples how it will look like and how it performs.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So what was the reason to have Tableau? First of all, the intent is to bring the data to the people through easy to use data visualize software. Now this is something happened with 3 people. I don't remember the name. Pardon on that. But long back, like from comparing to today's date, like 20 years back, these 3 people were having a huge problem when they are manipulating data to find out the outcome. That is when Tableau was invented, and today it is one of the important factor for every small segment, mid segment, and larger companies. Okay, So Tableau software would be classified as a hybrid business intelligence or analytical software company used by many of the largest companies in the world and most large companies across globe. We have similar tools towards Tableau, which includes Microsoft Power BI, Qlik, TIBCO software, and Looker, that is in G Cloud. These all are for data visualization. Now, if I have to compare about these 4 or 5 other similar applications, Qlink or Qlik, if you can see here, let me try to put that in a color. So can you see this? Qlik and Microsoft Power BI along with Tableau. These three are commonly used. Most of the companies who don't want to shed more money to buy the analytical tools, most of them will go with Qlik. Okay, otherwise they will go with Power BI. If not, they want a better way without any compromise, they will go with Tableau software. So I hope you will be able to understand if somebody asks you what is Power BI, Microsoft or Qlik or TIBCO soft, Spotfire and Looker. So you should not hesitate to tell that these all are what software?
Data visualization.
Data visualization.
Right.
Similar software for data visualization.
Right. But many people get spooked like, what is this thing? I never heard of it, but these are commonly a data visualization tools. Next, what is data visualization? Okay, so basically data visualization is a graphical representation of information and data. That is what we understand. By using visual elements like chart, graphs, map, data visualization tools provide an accessible way to see and understand trends, outliners, and patterns in data. How many of you have good experience working in MS Excel? Guys, how many of you have a good experience working on MS Excel?
I have some.
I have.
I have like 1 year.
Great. So when we work in Excel, there are two ways of working in Excel. One is as simple as you take a data, you create a pivot, or you create a pivot graph out of it, or you do a different representation using multiple grid, or on other hand, you can make it dynamic. Making dynamic happens when you are good with coding. At least C++, when you can pull into the format where you can start coding. So when I have the data where I have to do a representation, let's say you have to draw 10 different diagrams. How time consuming will it be? Will it take a few seconds, minutes, or hours?
A longer time.
It will take few
So
longer
it will
time.
take hours.
Yes, because
It will take some 2 hours.
yes, because we have to understand first of all how the chart should look like. It should be in a dynamic aspect when I'm trying to present to the management or somewhere like that. And it is something where you have to scratch your head for a lot of time to understand why it is showing different or other options. Now, these all can be overcome with the use of Tableau, where your presentation skills will be advanced with the help of this application. How it will look like is, so can you see these features right from that? On top, you have multiple dimensions of the graph, beginning from pie chart to any bar or funnel or a map. These all can be created with a simple click in Tableau. All you need is the proper data. That's it. That's all Tableau will take care, and you have to find out how you're doing. If I have to compare with the same thing, when I am having a data in MS Excel and I create a pivot, on right hand side, we will have a grid, which shows value and some other feature where you have drag and drop the properties. Similar kind of thing happens in Tableau, but not in that scale. How it will happen, we will see after a few seconds. So are we clear on data visualization, how it will look like and what are the types of visualization which
Yes.
is in present of your
Yes.
screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Next, Tableau attributes comes in a way when you try to access the application, there are a few files format and server database on where I can connect it or download. Okay, so in general, if I talk, all worksheet and dashboard starts with data commonly. Tableau connects to almost every type of data file imaginable. You can join across different types of data sources. Now, Okay, I'll give you this information after this slide, how it will look like. But for now, you can go with the screen. When you launch the Tableau, you have left-hand sidebar where you have the option of data file or to a file which connect with Excel. There is a MS Excel. You can extract data, text file, or a JSON file, and many more along with the servers. If you are able to see, is it visible? All of you?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I don't think I can maximize it, but yes, this is the maximum. And the server end, you can connect with the Tableau software and SQL and Oracle and Amazon and many more. Okay. And on the right hand side, if you see, these all are the connectivities of the kind of AWS, what you call Amazon Web Services, and many more features like that, to which I can connect. So I hope we might not know all the services, but yes, there are few like AWS and Oracle and all. We are commonly hearing those things, so we can connect to it. Moving to the next, let's see the difference of Tableau versus Power BI. Okay, so Tableau provides strong data visualization and is one of the main data visualization tool in the market currently. Power BI provides a strong backend data, manipulating features with access to simple visualization. By end, you should be able to understand which is worthy. Tableau can connect much larger data sets as compared to Power BI. On the other hand, Power BI has limit of 1 GB data in free version. Means you want little more, you have to buy or get the license. Tableau covers a vast range of data source to connect with for data visualization. In Tableau, you select the data set first and visualization are used on the fly. Whereas Power BI covers most of the data source available in Tableau. It is closely integrated with Office 365, hence provides connectivity to SharePoint. Power BI online version also support direct visualization on search engine, though only Blink is supported at this point. Okay. Tableau is expensive as compared to Power BI, but still under budget for small and medium enterprises. Power BI provides a free version of 1 GB data limit. Power BI Pro is also cheaper solution when compared to any other BI tool. Tableau provides different implementation type as per organizational needs, planning from few hours to few weeks. Tableau can handle larger volume of data quickly. It is faster and provide extensive feature for visualizing the data. Tableau does not limit the number of data points in visualization or enforce row or size limitation, giving you a 360-degree view of your data, however you want to look into it. Power BI uses cloud storage and includes simple implementation process, and Power BI tends to drag slowly while handling bulk data. Out of these points, now can you analyze and tell me which is the application or tool you will try for?
Tableau.
Tableau.
Right. So I believe you are having a different session.
Third one.
Sorry?
Can you explain the third point?
Third point of which one?
Tableau.
Okay. So Tableau covers a vast range of data source to connect with the data visualization. In Tableau, you select the data set first and visualization are used. Now, when I'm using the Tableau, just like your Power BI, both are having the same kind of properties that it can connect to multiple data sets. Okay. But there is a difference between Power BI to Tableau. Tableau will give you a visualization where you just click on that button and it will give you all the properties what you want to look, or you can extract in a separate window. Whereas Power BI will not be having that feature. Power BI is with a limited resource. You put in the data of Excel. Very first thing is you have to sort the data. The data should be in a correct format. That is when it can read. And once you're done with that activity, you have only rights or the only levers to see the data what is available on the screen. Okay, we call it like a 360 connectivity, but at some time it is limiting that. Moreover, your Power BI comes in as aspect of your MS package, okay, where you have the direct access to drive and all, right? But if you don't have what do you call that, a license key or something, you can't use it. Whereas Tableau does not give you the feature. The only drawback with Tableau I can find is its free trial version is limited only for 14 days. That's the reason companies can buy it also, because it is cheaper compared to Power BI. Am I able to answer your question?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So Tableau is considered as one of the leading tools in the BI market. BI stands for business intelligence. Power BI is considered as emerging tool in close competition with Tableau because of its back-end data manipulation features and connectivity with the list of data sources. Tableau is one of the best data visualization tool in the market and is used by medium and large enterprises. Power BI is closely integrated with Office 365 suite and hence is somehow compatible with other source as SharePoint. SharePoint you can connect in multiple aspects. Okay, definitely one can buy with Power BI, but Power BI will not give you that leverage and is not that agile even. It takes too much of time when you run for a huge data. It will sometimes crash also. Whereas Tableau will work seamlessly. And you will enjoy that work because whatever you try to do a gimmick over there also a kind of magic, you can witness that. We will see a few examples today so that you will have a taste of it. So I hope you are able to understand the difference between Tableau and Power BI now.
Yes, sir.
Right. Moving to the next, I'll talk to you about the Tableau storytelling. How many of you understand the word storytelling?
You're going to tell the story about the Tableau?
No. Okay. Can you see this dashboard?
Yes.
Presentation. Now, one slide of presentation we know all. Okay. But in organization, when I am meeting with the client or I am trying to negotiate, explain on some point of some point to the bunch of people, I have to represent multiple screens in one particular time. It's not possible. So we create in a storytelling. This is an informative for you. I will show you how this storytelling will look in a browser also. Okay. So I am going to show you a link. Let me know if you are able to access it or not.
Please share the link in chat option, sir.
No. This is not for any of the creativity. It is just for an informative purpose. So this is the download link and I want you to give me a minute. I have to pull this thing manually. Are you able to see the screen along with me? I'm not sure yet. No. Just a minute.
Viewing your screen.
Are you all able to see the screen now?
Yes, sir. Now can.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the kind of a database presentation which is created out of Tableau, and you can connect this into a browser version also. So it will reflect as it is. Okay. Now, if you see on the top, this is a feature like for state of Texas. Monitor what is happening here when you click on Texas. The presentation changes and it is dynamic. It will, wherever you move your cursor, it will show the data and its details. Okay. Parallelly, on the right hand side, you can see option called select year. Click on the year. It is between 12 and 13. So I'll click on 12. Just observe in this bars and map. The data changing. Okay. Scroll down. It is an example I'm showing on how it is created. You have socio-economic indicators and many more. On top, you have headers with a dynamic feature. You click on by country and you will have a map here on which area you're choosing. So I have selected year as 2013. Select country, you will have a list of names which you can create. I'm going to give, let's say, Austin County, and the map will automatically shift to Austin County and the graph left side will change, giving the estimated population and many more features. Okay. Now, if I have to create the same thing using either MS Excel or Power BI, believe me, it will be a tough call. It's not that you cannot do, one has to be very good in coding to create an Excel, and you should have sufficient patience, and your Power BI should support this work. That too, it will not be this feature. This is where Tableau wins the race. Are you able to understand the differences on how a presentation comes over here? All of you? I hope you're able to see the screen which I'm trying to navigate through.
Yes, sir.
If I click on the non-metropolitan towards region-wise, the map changes, and so is the data presentation. Okay. I'll take you back to the slide now.
So, one doubt. So,
Yeah, please.
yeah, even we can derive the same format using Power BI. What is the difference of like using Tableau in that slide you saw?
See, in Power BI, if I'm trying to use, my limitation is within data to fewer screens. Okay. One more thing, the screen what I have shared now, let me take you back to the screen. Are you able to see the screen?
No, sir.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Able to see this now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now this data, what is you're finding is more than 1 GB. Okay. This is something, a data which is created around the data storage of around 8.2 GB. If I am working this thing in Power BI, believe me, your application will keep on crashing. Even if I buy a higher pro version also, I will have to break my data into small chunks. So where my example, if I'm working in MS Excel, considering MS Excel is Power BI, I might have to create 10 different sheets to create a visualization. Sheet 1, sheet 2, like that and all. And by 10th data or 11th sheet, I have to slowly club them. And then I have to rework on that. So it creates like a web page or a dynamic view. Whereas my Tableau helps it very easily for me. I just have to give the names properly, and that's it. My data is ready. It will hardly take, for a basic version, which we'll see today, it will hardly take few minutes. And for a pro version to create upon that data, depending on the requirement, it might take half an hour to 45 minutes, not more than that. That is how it happens. Are you clear?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I have showed you the storytelling screen, how it looks like. Don't worry, you will, I believe we will not be doing much on storytelling because as per my experience till from past so many years, storytelling I've never seen, and it is not something which commonly is asked by B or senior B even. Okay. And I'm sharing you a download link here also, which you will be receiving in the link itself, so that you can download. It's not that tough, but whichever download link comes will be only for a 14-day trial period, not more than that. So you can download and just quickly learn on it. And then maybe if you work on a company and if they have, you can practice more over there. Okay. So let's see a few Tableau screens on how it look like. So when you launch the application, this is how the screen will look on first, and you will have the area called Microsoft Excel, where if you click, a dialog box will open and you can start working towards it. Okay. Along with that, you have text file, JSON file, and many more files, which is as of now not needed. But yes, Microsoft Excel is something which will look today. Okay. And like I discussed, there are many more features on the server, Microsoft SQL, MySQL, Oracle, and many more to connect and run through. Next is when you pull up the screen or data, this first screen will appear over here. Can you see this red bracket on the right, left hand side and the bottom?
Yes, sir.
This is the data where it will break through on how many sheets you are having. Okay, I'll show you example also today. So basis on this, we can start working, and bottom, if you see, you have a new data source and then sheet 1 and many more. So we will know what it is there today. Okay.
So
And
please,
this,
can you come from the last screen to this screen again?
the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this screen is something where you can access the data. Means this is the home landing page rather, from where I can connect to multiple sources and data, whatever I want to work upon. Basically, we will learn on Microsoft Excel. So if you click on this Excel link, dialog box will open. and whatever data you are having, you can work towards it and create multiple images. 1 minute, guys. I'm keeping all of you in mute because there's some background noise. So if somebody want to talk, yes, you can unmute yourself and talk. And after this screen,
can you share the link to download this Tableau app tool?
Everything will be in the recording itself. Okay, and it's not something need to share. You can look into it. I mean, when you try to type in Google, right? Download free Tableau, it will, the first icon itself is for the same. And no matter from where, whichever source you download, you will have a limitation of only 14 days trial period, free.
Okay, thank you.
Is there any specific requirements, sir? System
No. That is the best thing in Tableau. It does not require any specification. Make sure that your laptop or desktop, whatever is there, is having sufficient space to download. If you're running out of space, you cannot download it.
It would be approximately like 1 GB or something?
It's Tableau. No, it will not be 1 GB, half a GB.
Okay.
542.
Okay.
Sir, one query. In case if this trial version gets over, either we can re-download the same.
I am not sure. I have never done that, but I did one time today. I will show you how it happens.
Yes, with different Gmail ID.
Yeah, might be, but it does not ask you Gmail ID. There is no option of asking Gmail ID as such. That is where the trick is. You download one time, it will read through your system configuration, everything, and it
IP
will
address.
Understand. Yes.
So we can download it on another system, I guess.
Yeah, another system maybe, but not on the same system, not on the same machine.
Okay.
So after this screen, this is the second screen which I told about sheet 1, sheet 2. This is something similar to your MS Excel where you can add multiple sheets. The only difference comes here is the dashboard. How it happens, we'll look today. On the left hand side, when I pull some data, this is how it will look in the bifurcation of sheets. Bottom, you will have data source, sheet 1 and sheet 2 and many more. You have to add definitely along with the dashboard. This is the dashboard screen which I'm talking about. This is how it will look like when you pull on the first time without having any entries. And whatever you try to create, this is the area where we have to bring the data. We call it canvas. Okay. So I will show you the example of this.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, can you tell us how you have bring on this page? On which point?
Sorry.
On which point you have clicked and how you have gone on that page?
Yeah, that is what I'm gonna show you through application itself, so that you will have a more better idea. Will that be okay?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to see my screen, all of you?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So this is a Tableau which I have having currently, and if you can see, my product trial is 9 days only. You can either continue trial or activate the product using the product key or credentials. Bottom, you will have two options: continue with the trial or activate. So if I have the key with me, I can activate and I can use for maybe lifelong. But if I don't have, then I have to continue with my trial version only. Okay. So click on continue trial. All of you can see my screen now for Tableau.
Yes, sir.
So like I showed you in the presentation, left hand side, you will have a search for data to a file and to a server and many more features which can be used depending upon the scenario. And right hand side, you have training towards the getting started, and it's something, a link which you can definitely look into to seek more assistance. Okay. So like I said, I'm going to click on Microsoft Excel link here. So once I click, let's see what happens. It opens up a dialog box, and I'll take a data from sample superstore. Click on that and click open. You have to wait for a few seconds before it reads. Now, can you see on the left hand panel, you have a sample superstore connection which is created with the sheet name. How many sheets are there? Orders, people, returns, each Excel, if you are having at least 10 sheets, it will show all 10 sheet names here. I'm talking 10 sheet means sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3 like that. Okay. Now, hello.
Sir, means that means that we have to access the existing Excel data in Tableau.
Yes. Existing means the one which you want to work upon.
Already we have worked on the Excel sheet that we will put in this Tableau.
Yes, you have to recall it. You have to click on the home button here, or you can click on new. So once you click on new, or better, can you see this database symbol here? Click on this, click on new data source, and it will open up the box here where you can click using Microsoft Excel and click on the data source, whatever you want to work upon, and it will end up here. So this becomes my first screen, which is called as data source. Okay. All of you understanding here?
Yes, sir.
So one question.
Yeah.
So in Power BI, we have an option to edit the data, like whatever means we want to. And here, do we have this option to edit the data or to?
No, we don't have the data.
Something.
Why? Because Power BI give you that small leverage to still counter your data. You can still make some changes if there is some cell addition or deletion, something happening over there. Maybe I want to look into it. But Tableau does not give you the scope because you have to place the right data here. Tableau is an application or tool which gives you the outcome immediately. Okay. On other hand, Power BI is something which you work with proper ease. You are not in rush. So Power BI people who are working, they will be given sufficient time. Whereas Tableau people, if I'm working for any organization, my management will be expecting me to give the outcome in next half an hour. It's that dynamic. Okay.
So basically in Tableau, we can't able to do ETL activity, right?
Sorry, Tableau?
In Tableau, we can't do ETL activity, extract, transform, load activity. Like
ETL activity, like in what aspect you're asking?
Like if in any Excel, if you wanted to add or something, if you wanted to remove or something, editing kind of thing. In
adding new cells or something.
Adding new, adding
new columns and all. Yes, you can do. You can definitely do over there, but it will not come separately like your Power BI. Now I'll show you what is happening here. My left hand side, I have showed you the data which I have selected. Along with that, it's showing me how many sheets are there within that. Let's say I click on order. Monitor right hand side, what is happening. So once you click on order, I am trying to pull it here. Can you see it says drag tables here? Okay. I'll select one order here, tap twice and drag and leave. Okay. Wait for a few seconds. 1 second or 2 seconds maybe. So are you able to see the data here on the bottom? Let me try to increase a little more. We'll try to close this session. Now this is the data, basically what is there in the Excel. Okay. I'll click on A to Z so that it comes in order. And now if I want to add somewhere, okay, it gives you an option to give a custom split using, okay, sorry, not this one. Okay, I will not do it here because this is my raw data. I will show you the option in my coming sheet. Okay, so now I have created an order list over here, which I have dragged and brought into my canvas. Parallelly, I want to give a comparison on how is it matching with my other set of data or other sheets. Okay, so I will try to compare with the orders versus people. How I have dragged here order, same way I'll drag people and leave here. So can you see the things, what is happening here? This is the overall raw data for me, order, the entire data with me. In this data, who are the peoples over here? That feature will come here. Click on people, it will only take out people with that region. Same way, if I have to take out for the returns, either I can connect it to orders or I can connect it to the people, however I want it. But at times, this is how it happens. It shows there's no connectivity. So try to remove this. And then try to put it back with the returns. So now it is connecting. Are you able to see the difference here? If you click on orders, it will open up the entire raw data what we are working upon. If I click on people, it will only pull up the people with the name to that region or with the returns. So it will pull up the order ID with the return status. Are you understanding the differences or the comparison how it can happen in the initial stage? Sorry?
Can you repeat it once again, please?
Which one?
Can you tell it?
Okay. Let me remove this first of all. I'll undo this thing so that you are able to understand it.
Sir, it is better that you explain what exactly is there in Excel sheet so that the concept can be understood.
And sir, one thing I also need to know, like how you are connecting, like when you connected order with the people. So how you connected with this?
Okay. So I hope you all remember how I have pulled the data of sample superstore.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So once you pull this data and bring them in Tableau, Tableau will open up this data source sheet or page, I can say, where what Tableau does is within that Excel sheet or Excel data, how many tabs are there? Sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, that many sheets it will separately create here for your ease of the presentation. Okay.
So that's automatically, right?
Yes, that is done automatically. We will not do any manual work here. It is automatically created that way. So when I am trying to understand my data map, we also know a word called data mapping, right? Do we know this word, data mapping? Okay. So what happens when I am trying to work upon the orders? I need to check first of all, where are my relatabilities here? Where are the connections? So what happens when I click on drag table here? It helps me to navigate through all the input with the relevance of other sheets. Let's say I have to pull first sheet of order, or rather I'll pull the entire data of order, click twice and drag to the right hand side to the canvas area and leave it. Okay. So once you leave, order will be placed and whatever was their data in this, what do you call, order sheet will represent in the bottom section. Left hand side, it will show in orders, category, fields and everything. And right hand side, it will show the entire data. Now I want to find out for this order data, who are the people involved, customer names as such, okay, or somebody like that. Now it is tough for me to find out here. It's not tough, but it is additional work for me. So if I want to connect, I can use the option called people here on the left hand side. Click and drag and connect to order versus people. This connectivity is done automatically.
So how did you draw this line? Do you like click somewhere to draw this line, or this is directly
I'm not. No, I'm not clicking anywhere. You have to see it properly. I'll remove it again. As of now, it is only with the order sheet. You have to see in the left hand side to the cursor. Observe my cursor. There is I've selected people. So click on this twice. Drag. When you are dragging here, you can see the lines appearing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I can drop anywhere and this line will get connected over there and it will get attached. So a connectivity is created. So who are the peoples over there in that order sheet? Their names with the region will appear separately.
So can we see the Excel sheet, the people sheet? We just want to see what exactly the data in that particular sheet.
You can't spoken anywhere about region. How it came into picture?
What is that?
No, it is showing both people and region also. You have clicked only on the orders and people. But how come this region came into the picture?
Is what I'm trying to show here. 1 minute. Are you all able to see my Excel?
The similarity.
Can we once see your raw data of Excel sheets, sir? So then we'll have a clear idea.
Shows raw data of the people and returns, so we can.
Can you see my Excel?
No.
Yes.
Okay, it will take some time
Yes,
for all
now.
to reprint. Okay, now this is my raw data first sheet. Can you see there is a return name? There is a people sheet here, separately done.
Yes.
Okay, so you have to create this data. Your data must have this feature, that is when it will reflect there, or else it will show only one name or one sheet.
Okay, so there are separate sheets.
Yes, you have to create separate sheet in the Excel file. It is not that system will understand who are the people over there. We have to help here to create separate sections.
So, sir, we keep on adding sheets over here, and it will represent the data in the Tableau.
Yes.
And that is how we can connect it
Yes.
through.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Tableau will not define this thing. No system has come up till now in that advanced level to figure out who is name or what and all. So we have to create that separately, and then whatever you do will reflect as it is in Tableau.
Sir, is there any specific requirement that we should have a specific organized data in Excel? Then only it will get added in Tableau, or it will get.
Basically, when I'm working in Excel, I have to, for me to give it in a professional level, yes, we have to maintain data in organized way, in a hierarchy way, right?
But having only one sheet with organized columns and rows, would that be sufficient?
You can do, but Tableau will not be able to relate on what you're trying to interpret. I'll show you an example here.
So my query is, like, if we have Excel only one sheet and we have like in tabular form or multiple columns and rows, and if we want to create a pivot table, in
Yes,
that
you can
case, we can do it easily in Excel. In Tableau, is there anything that we need to first work on Excel, having it organized in sheets, different sheets, and then only it will get
no. Even if you have one sheet of data, when you try to put that thing in Tableau, you will have first, let me show you the same example here. The same screen. Okay. If I pull on a single data, I will not have anything here. Okay. But when I go to sheet 1, can you see on the left hand side?
Okay.
Are you able to see my screen, all of you?
Yes.
Tableau screen?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Left hand side, I'm having all the header names here in terms of orders and in terms of dimensions. Okay. This feature will appear only. Your data source will remain blank because you have only one data. No other sheet, only one sheet is there. So you cannot do any connectivity here. If I am having multiple sheets in one Excel, yes, I will have option to connect. Okay. So like I have showed you here, I can check between the orders versus people. So it is showing the same visibility here. Now, when I move to the next step, that is sheet 1, I am having the data which is in the sheet 1. Fine. Left hand side is the table over here. Right hand side, if you see on top, this is called shelf. Columns, rows, pages, filter, these all we call it shelf. And whatever you see in the white area with sheet 1 and all, we call it canvas. Okay. So now if I have to work on this, how to understand, how to create or how to pull the data, how it will function is very of the important factor. Let's say out of my order sheet here, I'm going to hide this people. I'm going to hide. Yeah. One more thing you have to understand and notice, whenever you hover your cursor on orders section here till subcategory, can you see it's in blue color, right? Are you able to see, all of you? The color is in blue or something else?
Yes,
Blue. The moment I scroll it down to discount and now it becomes green.
Yes.
Right? This discount, profit, quantity, sales, these all are my static section. This is something bound. This is something bound towards the changes or variables. So how it happens? Let's say if I try to pull something like order date. Okay. So can you see the dates appearing here? And let me pull sales. Are you able to see here?
Yes, sir. You just pull it down, it on that page, no? And nothing.
Simple. You just drag and drop. Nothing much. You just select this feature what you want to represent and drag and drop here. Nothing much. Or in place of sales, let me put something like profit.
Sir, can you go again, sir? Where I get this page, sir, regarding like order?
I'm gonna remove everything. I'm gonna make my canvas empty, or rather blank. Left hand side, you have to see the sheet one. All the header names are here. If you
Sir,
can
just
see
to
it.
interrupt,
Sir,
we
sir,
have
one
started
minute.
this thing by clicking on the sheet one, and
Yes.
then this res data will appear on the screen.
Yes.
Sir, I am not getting this like this sheet. I am just one page is opening.
Sir, can you make an like the Excel which is picked up, where we have to drag the Excel, and from that Excel we have to make the category part or order part in that cell. I mean,
you want it to work in Excel.
I mean, from the starting point of view, like whatever the data are there in the Excel, we have to place somewhere in the Tableau.
I'm not getting your point. See, I'll tell you one thing. What is happening here?
Yeah.
You first of all pull the data on which you want to work by selecting from file. Click on new. Whatever you get over here, the header, or sorry, file, open. I'm having a data here with Superstore. I will select and open here, and the data will appear something like this, the rather screen. Okay.
Got it.
There are 3 different sheets in the Excel which I am maintaining right now with the order, people, returns. Okay. And even if I don't select anything, let's say, and I move to sheet 1, can you see it is empty? Are you able to see all of you?
Yes.
Yes. Left hand side is empty. Okay. Why? Because I haven't chosen any data. I have not given any name here. One data at some time it will not able to read because it's huge. So what you do, whenever you select data, you should see a sheet will appear here with the features. I can click anything. Let's say order. If I click here, and now if I click on my sheet name, let me remove this features first of all.
We don't have any kind of sample, Superstore, like, so we can download and do that.
See, it's not about only Superstore data. It's about data you are having on it. If you have Excel, if we have
any of the file.
Yes, any file. You have to learn that thing, and it requires any data, not one specific data.
Okay.
Okay. So if I click, I have not selected any feature as of now in data source field. My sheet is as it is, how it has been downloaded rather. And now if I move to sheet 1, I see my field is empty totally. Left hand side, tables is totally empty, the column, right? But on top, if you see in data, the name is reflecting as sample Superstore. So once I click on that, it will go back to the initial screen. Now here under sheets, you should have these 3 names appearing: orders, people, return. You click anyone, whichever you want to click. Click on people also and move, or click on to sheet 1. Sorry. Click on the orders, bring the order section into your Superstore canvas, give it a connectivity between the orders and to returns. I gave it return now this time, and now when I move to sheet 1, I can see the names appearing here for the Superstore. Understand one thing, when you pull a data with one sheet only, because I am doing a visualization will always have more than one sheet data. With one sheet data, you cannot do anything. Are you able to understand what I'm trying to tell here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
and sir,
sir.
we can connect at the same time, like order, people, return in a same thing, and after that we can go
Okay.
for
I'm
a
taking
visualization.
I'm taking you to the Excel here. Okay. This is my raw data. Fine. Now, for me to work on this in Excel as a pivot or something is quite easy. This is the pivot. I create country. If you can see my screen, okay, and customer name and order date. Okay, now this becomes quite lengthy or big. I'll change the order name to filter section. and I'll give the region. So again, I will put just in the name, just for visualization, and I will sort it with largest to the smallest. So when I am working in Excel for this particular area, it's easy because it gives me a very minimal understanding of what I want. Am I making sense to all of you by showing Excel versus
Yes,
Tableau?
sir.
I have
Yes,
taken
yes, sir.
only one
Yes,
sheet in
sir.
Excel. I'm trying to draw this thing. Now, if I have to draw a diagram out of this, it's again a headache for me. I have to take this entire data, or rather I have to take from here. I have to come here, paste values as values or something like that, and that too, sometime it might not work properly. Okay, come to insert sheet, column, graph. My graph will something look like this. I hope you are able to understand. This is something what we do in Excel majorly.
Yeah.
Right now, how dynamic it can be. Max to max, if I place my cursor, it will show some region and value. That's it. Or max, what I can do, I can change its what do you call axis level to secondary. Okay, and change the presentation from this level to a bar graph, maybe a line graph, and this is how it will look like. That is the max I can do at one time. Now, if I have to integrate a what do you call a combination or difference versus my sheet 2 to sheet 3, it is not happening here in Excel. If it can't happen in Excel, it will not even happen in Tableau as well. That is where when you try to click on one window in Tableau, you have not selected any page here or any sheets here. Your sheet 1 left hand side section will remain empty. Are you understanding? How many of you understanding? How many of you confused?
Got it, sir. Clear.
Got it,
Understood,
sir.
sir. Understood.
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 Tableau is for, see, Tableau we are using for data visualization with the comparison. For comparison, I can't maintain in the same sheet. A and B can be different, can't be same. The same thing is with the Excel also. Excel can work on one sheet at a one time, whereas Tableau can handle two multiple sheets or multiple data in one time. How, we will see now. So I hope with this example, you are able to understand why it is not functioning for your scenario. I'm not sure the name, but somebody told that the sheet is empty or the cell is empty in the left hand side. So what I'm gonna do here is, let me say I'm gonna pull.
So blue are the columns and green are the rows, no?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull sales into rows. Can you see the sales, how it's coming with the value automatically? You have just pulled the information here, right? And then I'll put the sales for order date. Okay. So when I click on order date, this is how it will reflect. I can change this visualization also. How? If you see on right hand side, there's an option called show me. Click on that show me, and you have multiple features when we can change it. Now this is a horizontal bar. I hope you are all able to see the screen. If no, let me know. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I can change the dynamics of this one by clicking any of this feature, however I want it to represent. Maybe in this mountain chart or a bubble, something like this, or what do you call this, a grid or stack, or into pie chart or something. However you want, you can create it on what basis you want to represent. But if I see the same thing here, this is something like working like an MS Excel. If you hover your cursor on top of the bars, it will show the year date and the sales value, how much it is, right? This is for one. I will not be giving much load over here in this sheet as of now, because I want to show you what other sheet as well, how it looks like. Here, however, in the rows section, if you can see clearly, you have a plus symbol here next to year. If you want to expand it, click on this. and it will go on and on with the quarter. Can you see the name changes here, quarter?
Yes.
Click again, it will change to month. Okay. Click again, it will even go for weeks. However you want to represent this thing, it can go into that level. Plus, if I want to bring it back to a filter level, click on filters, and filter will apply for you like this, where you can choose the date range how you want to refer. Now this is too lengthy for anyone to understand. So what we do, basically we can make it to a minimal of your, where is it going? I'll remove this date now from here so that I can show you. So once I click the order date here, it represents in this way. So as of now, I have not given anything. My order ID it is. So this becomes my order date. This is for one. So it is representing what? Year by sales, right? This is the sales value and this is the year. I can enhance this. Yes. Okay. Now, if you see on the right bottom where sheet 1 is there, next to it there is one more sheet which is called as new worksheet. I can add just like MS Excel, however I want to add. I will take one more sheet here on the same properties, and this time I'm gonna change my review based on sales versus region. So this is now region, and my previous sheet was about the sales versus year. Fine. I'm gonna change the visualization here to same. Okay. So this is how it will look. This is just like a simple Excel work which we are familiar with, but we can make it a little more dynamic on how we can apply the filters here. Filters between or based on the year over here I can take. Okay, not the sales, but I will take on the year. So what you do, click on the year, that is your order date, if you can see, which I have highlighted, and you have to bring in this section of filters. So once you click on drop here, this is how it will look like. Okay, click on next. This range will appear how you want it to define, or on other way. I'll show you the other way around. Click on the order date, drop into the filters. It will ask you what you want to bring here in the filter section. Let me say I'll click on the years and click on next. And this is how it will appear. It is automatically selected for all the years from 14 to 17. I'll click on apply and OK. So now when I want to change here for any specific year or whatever, I can either use here a feature called show filter, which will appear on the right hand side. Uncheck all, click on whichever you want, and it will represent that data. Are you able to understand what is happening here, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How many of you feel
Understood, sir.
Check it again, like the filter
So
thing.
the last one, can you please repeat once again?
Yes, sure. I will remove it for now. So I hope you are clear till this section where you can pull data and visualize. If I have to apply filter between years here or quarter also, anything, I'm taking here year as per my order date, which is basically my years. Click and drop in the filter section. Monitor my cursor and this blue oval shape, whatever you call it, drop here. A box will open up, a pop-up box will open up where it will ask you either you want everything to appear or any specific thing. Let me say I'm pulling here only years. I want to filter only based on year. Click on or select years, click on next. Another box will open up which will show that already you have selected 14 to 17. Do you want to proceed with that? Click on OK. So once you click on OK, that year section is applied with the filter here on the filter area. Now, if I have to select for any of this area, I can select on 15. It will show 15 like that, but it will show also these features which I don't want now. Okay. For that aspect, what we can do, I want this filter specifically somewhere else only for years 14, 15, 16, 17. Click on the year button in the filter. You will have a drop down button appearing like this. Click on that. You will have a what do you call the message opening up. In this, you will have second option called show filter. Click on show filter, and the filter only for the year will reflect on the right hand side. Where if I change any of the names, I mean select or uncheck any of the years, my data will change dynamically. Okay, are you able to understand?
So in this case, columns and
So
rows
can we
are
select
nothing,
multiple like year, water?
Hello?
Yes, you can select multiple,
Voice is
right? This is already multiple, right? 14 to 17 is
So
multiple.
you have selected only year, no sir. No, after
Okay,
dropping this order date, you've
Fine.
selected only year along with the year. Take something else. Yeah.
Okay, so I will take again here. Let's say what I'm going with.
Region.
Okay, where is?
How do we check about region-wise performance, year-wise?
Okay, I'll show you the difference. What is happening here? I'll select the region and drop here. Okay, so I'll select all central, east, southwest, everything. I'll apply and do OK. Fine. And for the region also, I will apply a filter. So this is how. Sorry, this is one for year. Okay, region is here. Okay, I will take out central and south. Can you see data mapping? Data is changing here. Is it interacting?
Yes, sir, it is.
Right. So it is interacting according to your input. Whatever you're trying to look, it is changing.
So with this visualization, where can we find the data for the east, which is for the east, which is for the south? Like it was not clearly depicting in like the region.
Yes, that is where what we do in Tableau. Basically, instead of having too much of data in one sheet, which makes it messy, we create different sheets for first time, and then we make them into dashboard. Do you want to see it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please show the dashboard. Yeah.
This is a sheet 2.
So, sorry to interrupt. Before we proceed, just a quick one. Here the columns and rows means X and Y axis, right?
Yes.
Columns is right like X axis, and this rows are Y axis.
Correct. You're right. So I'm selecting now sheet 2. In sheet 2, I'm giving here, or rather I have already pre-selected the feature here. Let me maintain the same thing here. Okay. I'm not going to change here. However, I'm going to put one more data here with the, sorry, region is already there, right? So I'm going to put region into filters. I'll take reply OK. And I'm going to select a show filter. Let's see if it is functioning or not. Yes, it is functioning here properly. Okay. Somebody asked something different here. What was that? What was
that? Region-wise, year-wise performance.
Sorry, repeat. Your voice is echoing from me.
In which year, which region performed? How much? How was the performance?
Which region performed how much? Okay.
Yeah. In which year?
I'm gonna pull one more sheet here. I'm gonna put region and
is there any limit for the sheet, or
no?
We can...
There is no limit.
No limit. Okay.
No limit.
Sir, at the end, please show the dashboard creation also.
Yes, I will definitely. So can you see this? This is the region, sales amount, and order date, how much it is there.
Yes, yes.
I will change it to bar. I hope It is now presenting cells.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, when I am having 3 different sheets and I want to give it in a view which can look in a dynamic way or interactive way, how will I do it in a dashboard? On the same, can you see the cursor where I'm hovering in sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3? Next to it, if I go, there's an option called new dashboard. Okay, I'll click on dashboard. This is how dashboard appears. One thing I want to keep you informed here, your dashboard is only active or considered only when you see this message, drop sheets here. If this is not showing, means there is something wrong in the tool, or all the data is not yet removed, or is something mistake or something wrong out there. Right?
Okay.
How many sheets can be there?
How many sheets I have not seen, but you can go as many sheets you want.
There's no limit, right?
Yes. Yeah, as of now, I mean, based on my experience of working on this one, I have never seen how many sheets, but max to max, I have gone around 30-40 sheets. So you can draw as much you want, or as many you want.
Sir, once we have prepared this or created this graphs or graphical representation, after that, like we have taken from different sheets and we have collected into one and represented it. But if we want to show the final graphical representation as a data, how we can again go back to that specific data shown in that graphical representation. Similar, like the if we prepare a pivot table, if we click on that, it gives the data related to that.
Okay. If that is the scenario, if I come to sheet to example for you or anywhere, let me take anything and I select here, double click, it shows me these features. Okay, I'll click. Can you see these features?
Yes. Can we get it extracted as an Excel?
You have option called download here, right? Can you see this?
So please repeat it this again.
You select any of this. Let's say I'm in sheet 1 and I'm having a year of 15 to 17 year data and quarter 1 to 4. I select any random data as of now and click twice on that and it will show me something like this. Okay, click twice. Click on this 3 arrow bar, something like that. And your summary sheet opens like this. Okay, you click on orders. All the data towards the raw data or whatever sheet you're looking into will appear. And if you want to download again on this one, click on right hand side, you have download feature. All of you clear?
It will be downloaded in MS Excel.
Yes. You again pop in your desktop only. It will come in data in Excel only. Okay. There is no point of downloading again same data which you're already working upon.
No, that is okay.
Yeah. So now I will move to dashboard. Now I have created 3 different sheets already. You can see in the left hand side, and when you put, sorry,
how you got the dashboard? Where you click to get the dashboard?
Your voice is low. Can you repeat again?
Where you have to click to get this dashboard?
It's after sheet number 3.
If you can see in the bottom, sheet 1,
okay,
sheet 2, sheet 3, and then dashboard. Dashboard will not come in written over there. You have to hover your cursor on top of this icon. It will tell you which is what sheet. Okay. So this is the dashboard section where you will have a dashboard look of default like a browser or phone, whichever you want. Additionally, you will have a layout which will talk about the features on how many range you want to create or with the algorithm, which something like that. If I remain in the dashboard section, I can see there are 3 sheets over there which are created, and if you hover your cursor, it will show the graph on how it is created, isn't it? So let me try to pull sheet 1 to this canvas area where it says drop sheets here. Now, same like that, click twice, drag and drop. But here there's a difference. Here, as long as you don't drop, the entire section will remain in blue color or purple, whatever we call it. Hold shift and the area changes. Now I can navigate through my screens and drop anywhere I want it to be placed.
So you're holding shift, right?
Yes, I'm holding shift. I'll do it again. Hold, drag, hold shift and remove. So can you see? This is done because if I have to ensure my space is not consumed much, okay, I will do. Now this is two areas which has come up. So I'll remove one. I'll select all and put it next to it. If I want it to be a little more better so that it fits to the screen, either I can do it manually in this way and it should still look. So I have a graph representation here. Make it a little bigger. Drag it to the extreme left hand side. Maximize this width.
Sir, can you please repeat the same, how this sheet one appeared on the screen?
Okay. So I want you to all please pay attention because it's not that tough, but yes, we can miss it. If you see in the left hand side, you have sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. I want one of the sheet, let me say sheet 1, to be placed in my canvas here, which says drop sheets here. You can simply drag this sheet 1, select and drop here. What happens? It will take the entire screen. Are you able to see? It will take the entire screen. I can still do the, what do you call, alignment, maybe. But it will not work here. And you see, it can shrink to this extent only. It can go a little more, but that is of no use. I'm doing extra work. Why to do that much of work? Are you able to understand how I have pulled this information here or data here?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You just dropped it. I've just dragged and dropped here. Okay. Now I want to change it. Delete connections. You have a cross here. If you select the section, click on this X and it will be deleted. Select the sheet 1, tap twice, drag and don't release. Hold shift button. The moment you hold shift button, the area of placement changes and gets concise to one area like square. I can hover anywhere and drop anywhere I want. So I will come here and release my shift. Okay. Now here there are two sections. So it is coming in two areas. I will hold these two and drag it.
But why this region and the year of data is not coming in a graphical way?
Which one?
The sheet 2 and sheet 3.
Because I have not selected yet, right? I am selected only sheet 1. I have not selected sheet 2, sheet 3.
Okay.
Are you understanding what I'm trying to tell? As of now, I am representing only sheet 1 and sheet 2. Sorry, sheet 1. Sheet 2 and sheet 3 is still not represented. Okay. Now I will pull sheet 2 here also. Same way. I'll bring it here. I'll release. Okay. I'll maximize it till this extent. I will take this region value and drop here. Okay. So are you able to see my data here with the sheet 1 and sheet 2 comparison? Sheet 1 is about year versus sales and sheet 2 is about the region versus sales. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Now I want to see whether it is reacting as per my requirement, which is because it's Tableau, right? So I will remove central, east and 14, 15. Now whatever I'm doing, it is impacting in this area only. But it is not doing anything in this sheet 2. I want that also to be interactive. So whatever change I do, it should start behaving accordingly. So what I will do, I'll select all here, select all. Now it is neutral. I want you to pay attention here. I am trying to make sure my sheet 1 is interacting with the sheet 2 and vice versa. So what I will do, I will come to sheet 1 over in the region, click on the drop down, go select apply to the worksheets. Okay. Click on all using this data source. Okay. Same thing you repeat with the year here. Click on year drop down, apply to the worksheets, all using to this data source. Now when I come to the dashboard, Once I click on these areas, can you see these two are now interacting?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So that means there are sync between both the sheets.
Yeah, these two sheets have now synced. How? If I hover my cursor over
Region.
here on this region area, you can see also applies to worksheet 2 and 3. As of now, I'm on sheet 1, but I have given direction that this implement changes should be replicated to the sheet 2 and sheet 3 as well. Okay. Right hand side, if you click, it will show applies to all worksheet with the same data source. And same thing will repeat for the year as well. Can you see? When I click on sheet 2 and I apply for sheet data here, it will show sheet 1 and 3. This is called what? What kind of mathematics is this? Can it be like a, sorry? It's something like, what do you call that word? Permutation and combination? Will it happen that way?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Merging.
Yeah, merging of multiple sheets into one where they become interactive. So whichever section I select over here, let's say I remove West, I remove 15 and 17, and my sheet 2 is behaving parallel to it. Now, one more thing here. This becomes for this area. Does it happen the same in opposite way? If I uncheck South and West, this two should also behave. Are you understanding? How many of you are confused? How many of you are still?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Correct, sir.
Okay. Same way for sizes.
Yes, sir. Clear.
If I click on desktop here, sizes for that, I can use any size. Let's say I'll put automatic. Can you see it adjusted automatically? Okay. So when you put automatic, you don't have any more option. But when I remove from automatic to a fixed size, I will have a custom here, which asks you on how you want it to appear in the left-hand side of the screen. It says generic desktop, desktop browser, or full screen. Let's say it's a desktop browser. A browser will concise to this much area only for you. Or if it's a full screen, it will go in this area. Or a laptop browser. So however you try to look into or frame into, it will behave according to it. Moreover, if I click any of the area, let's say I click on East, okay, this will change.
No, it's not changing.
Sir, please repeat for the last 2 to 3 minutes. I had lost my connection. Please.
No, I was trying to communicate here that basis on this diagrams what you have prepared, left hand side your option called as size, where I can choose how it should display. I have three options here, either fixed size, automatic, or range. Fixed size is something what we are seeing now, and if I click on automatic, it will behave or it will adjust automatically to the screen to the max. Once you click on automatic, there's nothing much you can do. It will define as per the system features. If I'm using a tablet or a tab, it will shrink itself to the tablet view. Or if it's in a laptop, bigger screen, it will adjust automatically. On other hand, if I remove it from automatic to a range, it will ask you how you want the width, height, everything, maximum, minimum size and all. So it will adjust according to it. Most of the time we will keep it in a fixed size. In a custom, we will keep it for a desktop browser. So what happens? It remains like this. Okay. Now I'm checking if I am trying to click any of this area, is it interacting with the other feature or not? Can you see it is happening? If I'm selecting here, it is going with the east with the changes. But it is not happening for all, I think. Okay, so what I will do, I'll come to sheet 2 for the year, applying all using related data source and go to dashboard. Now when I select, it's going to change. I changed. I believe order date is not there in sheet 2. Can you check that? Year order date is there in sheet 2, right? Sheet 3 also year order date is there. Sheet 1 order date is here.
Can you little bit expand the screen, please? It's quite very.
This way? Is it how you want it to be?
Quite zoom.
Zooming is not possible, I believe here. Zooming cannot happen. I cannot do zoom. However, in the same,
You can zoom your screen.
Sorry to interrupt. What are those marks column used for?
Where?
Just below the region and the year, in the filter section, below the filter.
This plus mark, minus
No,
plus,
no.
this.
Left side of you.
This one?
This one. The marks kind down. We can use all those as well, right? The color, size.
Okay, marks you can use. You can change the view or visualization. If you click on the colors, however you want, you can design it and diagram. See?
Okay.
That is the only thing.
Can we change that year wise, or everything has to be the one?
No, you can do no. You can click on the year particularly and click on the color, and you can make it to whichever color you want here.
Okay.
In the same way, click over here and do as it all you want. Parallelly, if you click on label, it will ask you what you want to give the context, the names or something like that.
Okay.
If you click on details, it will show you the details on how it is happening here. Tooltip, if something is there, you can add tooltips here, so that if somebody is viewing or going through also, he or she is able to understand what is it all about.
Okay. Thank you.
In dashboard, when I come, I can give a name here, click on sheet 1. By default, it's sheet name. Sometimes it's helpful, sometimes not. So I can give here like here by sales. I can change the font size if I want to 16. I can make it bold. I can make it to whatever, and I can click OK, and it will change to CS by sales. Same thing for sheet 2. I can give like here by region, and I can make it bold 16 and OK. So can you see it now?
Sir, how can we connect these two sheets here on the dashboard? Let's say if you are changing options in the sheet 1, then how the sheet 2 is also changing its whatever it's showing?
No, I didn't get you. You were trying to say if I make any changes in sheet 1 or sheet 2.
No, on the dashboard. The dashboard. Let's say you are selecting only central region for sheet 1. Then sheet 2 is also showing the central region. How can we do that?
That is what I told here.
In that filter column, what you have selected from the drop down?
From filter, I have chosen here. I want these changes to replicate in the next 2 sheets. So if I click here on the right hand side, it will have option of apply to worksheet using all this data source. So what happens? I am currently in sheet 1. Okay, I have applied these changes. If you see here, it says applied changes to sheet 2 and sheet 3 as well. Okay. If I come to sheet 2, the changes apply will be sheet 1 and sheet 3. And if I go to sheet 3, the same application is applied between sheet 1 and sheet 2.
Okay.
So it is interconnected now. So based on every feature what you click over here, it gets auto connected.
Okay.
Sir, if we want to connect specific sheets only, not all the sheets, so such options is available there or no?
I didn't get you. Any specific sheet, please?
If there are 15 sheets and we just want to connect 7 odd sheets out of that.
If you have 15 sheets, it will show 15 sheets here. And whichever you want, you have to pull there and show the presentation.
Okay.
Or you can possibly click, come here, and you will have option, I believe, to what do you call not showing in this version. If I'm going with the paid version, it show an option of hide. Okay. Moreover, what we do, we create all the 15 sheets. Example of yours, what you have asked me. I'll place all 15 sheets here, which should reflect. I will choose only which sheet has to be presented, and I will create multiple dashboards. When I'm presenting, I cannot presentation, everything can never be done in one sheet only.
So or one dashboard we may say.
Sorry?
Or we may say one dashboard. We need to create multiple dashboard in that case.
You can create multiple dashboard. Why? Because my requirement will not be the same on how I'm expecting. People can ask different ways of overview. If I try to put in one way, it will be not clear. Sometimes it will be messy also. To make it presentable, it is always
is this the
advisable.
output sheet?
Sorry?
Is this the output sheet, or how it is like? In the same screen we explain to the customer, or we have to save it and show?
You can save. Now what happens next towards the technical team, I don't know much on that one, but they will try to put the same feature in your browser. If you remember, I have showed you one screen, right? Where is it? Can you see the screen? The screen which I have showed you in storytelling. Sorry?
Yeah, we can see.
So this is how the team will migrate it to browser version. And it will look like this. So anybody can access in your office, even the client, and they can view whatever they want to find out.
So that part we will not do it, right?
No, that will be technical part. I have no idea on that one. I never went till that area. Yes, but technical team can do it. It is not tough, I believe. It's something merely a few clicks away and it migrates to that particular section.
Creating that, do we have anything again after that?
Means?
So this is it, Tableau is all about.
So I didn't get you.
So what is the next, sir? After creating the dashboard, we present the visualization of the product. That's it.
Yes, you are done with that, and you can present it to the client, or you can create a PPT out of it.
So basically, Tableau is used to create the bars, charts, and visualization. That's it. No, so there's a basic use of
that's
Tableau.
the only
Right?
thing. See, you
visualization of, the given time and requirement.
Visualization with a dynamic, with the interactive scenario. Excel cannot do that thing, or even if it can do, it will take too much of time for me. Right? Yeah, I have to create multiple sheets.
Basically, initially, which you said that the storytelling of the dashboard will be done. It has to be done on the current.
Hello.
I think we lost the connection with.
Okay. So I'll show one more thing here. I have just, recalled it. When I am working on these two sheets, the first one I can select like years or something, and it will interact automatically. Okay. Now, when I'm trying to do the same thing in other ways, it was not happening earlier. Reason being, I forgot to click on a filter. Can you see when I select this feature or the area, right hand side, I have a close, then data or sheet, and then a filter feature here. Can you see this? Don't use as a filter. I have code. Guys?
Yes, sir.
Now, if I uncheck that and I click anywhere, can you see it is not behaving? It is as it is. It's not moving. It's static rather. If I have to make it vice versa, if we're making it to interact, click on this filter section and select anywhere, and your data will accept the commands. Okay. Same thing can be done here also. Click on this data, click here also filter. Once I click in this section, my other set of data reacts. Are you all understanding the importance of Tableau and the usage of it?
Yes.
Okay. Finally, left hand side, when I click, you have option called download, navigation, extension, ask data, and many things. Okay. So if I click on download, it does not function because I believe it's not happening for me. But if I'm using, okay. So can you see now? It is showing as downloaded. But now I'll keep in a floating.
It is in PDF format.
Yes, it's going in PDF format. And button style text and everything. Okay, let me click on OK. See what happens. Does it download or not? No, it is not downloaded. I have to see. Okay.
Sir, in Power BI,
Hmm.
we are able to put some query as well through SQL medium. Is it the same with Tableau?
Tableau gives you the feature, right? If you click on, I have showed you, I believe. If I click on open,
Yeah, you showed it.
yeah, it does interact in the same.
Okay. Okay, sir.
There's no difference. It does give you that window where you can do multiple interactive way, but why is it not coming? Okay, I was in the wrong screen. Click on data sales.
Sir, can you please share the Excel sheet from where you have derived all the data just for our practice?
The sample.
1 minute. New data source. So you can see here MySQL server, MySQL Oracle, more there. These are all servers which you can connect with.
Okay.
Are you able to see the screen?
Yes. Yes.
And this data is something not, I mean, you can download from the internet only. It's not something that I have created. It is there in the Google. So you can download with the Superstore data name and you should find it. Believe me, don't try to go with one data. Try to go with the data what you're having right now. Or any data you can dump, which you can download from the Google. Try to practice it. First of all, we have to understand our data, understand what and all I can pull out of it, and then I can create a history out of it. I mean, the graphs or presentation, whatever you want it to present.
So this
Is
will be
there
the final page,
Sir, can you
and this
please-
will convert into PDF. Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Sir, show the PDF sir once, like how.
PDF is not coming for me. That is what is I'm trying to do.
Sir, I have one question.
Yeah.
Sir, as a business analyst, where we can use Tableau, because we can generally use the UML. It is more likely to use towards the analytics part.
A very good question you've asked. That's one of the good question, because as a BA, as a senior BA, as a Scrum Master, until that level, or even a project manager, visualization of this kind of application use is very minimal. This will come in the higher level or in a level where I am trying to bifurcate or try to see a difference between multiple projects, and that will be done by the management totally. Yes, as a BA or a senior BA or a Scrum Master or even a Scrum Master level till, your management might ask you that I want a presentation on this one with the bifurcation of project and progress and all this thing. That is when you might use it. But apart of that, usage of Power BI or Tableau is minimal.
Okay.
In the Jira.
Means to give the data visualization we use if our manager asks.
If I'm talking to my client, example, I have a meeting with my client of next week or next month somewhere, or if you are asked to travel somewhere, showing the data presentation and all, that time Tableau is the one of the best tool for you in the shortest time to get the visualization.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if you're using Power BI that time, be assured that your system will crash multiple times, because the data what you will be validating will be of millions of data.
So what
Not
questions would be asked in related to Tableau in the interviews?
How good you are in Tableau, that's it. They can't ask you drag something on air. You have to have the application with you. So Tableau questions will not be asked more, because they will ask you one thing, how good you are. They might ask you what is dashboard, what is sheet, or what is the canvas or shelf.
Is this sufficient knowledge, sir,
how
for
should we
BAs?
answer, sir?
You have to practice to answer that thing. Download the application, practice more, and you'll be able to find out more things.
Sir, is there any assignments there that we are practicing for various tools?
Sir, I have two doubts. How we will collide that dashboard and data? How we will collide that?
Your voice is breaking. I'm unable to understand. Anybody, all of you facing same problem?
Hello, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah.
Am I audible, sir? I have a doubt. That is like if we have four dashboards like with different data, and I just wanted to collide all those four dashboard into single dashboard, just like the way you showed in the previous slide. How is it possible to do that thing in Tableau, sir?
In Tableau, you have single dashboards. Okay, I
we
can
can't
create.
able to collide.
you cannot collate all dashboard into one. That is where I have showed you the screen. Instead of making it messy, what we do, we take the help of technical team and they will create the feature of the screen what I have showed you in this aspect, where your multiple dashboard will come in this area. Can you see Texas only, by country, and all these are dashboards.
Okay.
Within this
so with
dashboard
the
section,
okay.
within this dashboard section, they all are interactive in this area, where if you click anything, it will show for that page. But you cannot compare between my metropolitan to my country or by country.
So basically, with the technical people only, we could able to collide this thing.
Yes.
Okay. And second question is like, how you'll add or edit or tinkering the data which we downloaded? Say, for example, like super store data which you've taken from the internet. Suppose I wanted to add any particular columns, any new columns, or I wanted to delete the existing details which is not fit for which is not that fit for decision making. So I'm just like deleting particular column. Is that possible to do those things in Tableau?
No, you cannot do here. You have to make sure the data is perfect before putting into here. Where Power BI give you that leverage of changing and manipulation over there, Tableau is very strict here that you have to make sure your data is first of all correct. Then you come here.
So we have to do changes in our raw data. Then
Raw
only
data
we can
only. Then only you can use it. Yes.
So this is just a visualization tool.
Definitely.
Yes.
Nothing more.
Okay.
So does it accept only Excel or even Libre?
It does access all those things. It depends on the data what you are having.
One more question.
Yeah.
So one is to have the raw data before working on Tableau or Power BI.
Definitely, you have to have raw data, right?
The Tableau itself cannot be a database.
No. Tableau, when you pull data, you don't have any space over there to make corrections. It does not ask you to sort or correct. Only Power BI gives that leverage.
Sir, what is story and analysis here?
Where?
You have worksheet, dashboard. What is story and analysis on the Tableau screen?
It's near dashboard story analysis.
In the
File
menu
data.
column. In the menu.
Okay, this is story about new story. Click on this new story and you open up a new dark sheet. I told you a storytelling, right? I have showed you PPT of storytelling. Remember storytelling?
Yes, sir.
No, the link in the browser that you have showed, that is created by storytelling or what?
No, storytelling is
was done by developer team.
That will be done by developer team, and storytelling is lengthy thing. We don't look into it. We don't need it also.
Okay. Thank you.
So we are limited till the visualization. If I am being asked as from the management that I want presentation for last 5 years of data towards this basis, they will tell you, right? I want region by or name by or project by. So Tableau is the only option for me to finish up this entire work in few minutes. Okay.
So the main catch will be suppose if we have a raw data, the second sheets were there like region wise or the name wise. How to segregate that and club it here? That will be the main thing.
See, that's why I showed you example in Excel. When I was working in Excel, I have to do what? I'll create first pivot, okay, and then again I have to create second pivot on the same sheet by doing something, and third. But it does not do interaction there. It will show only the area-wise hierarchy or the choice. But in Tableau, I can interact, right? If I click any section, my top area or other parameters are parallelly behaving or reacting.
Yes.
Right, which does not happen in Excel and does not even work in Power BI.
Yes.
That is where every application will have its own weightage, and Tableau has its own definitely, and that is why it is the choice of the companies. Power BI is an exception case where if I have to work and they know I'm limited, I can't work in huge data. But Tableau is very seamless where you can put even lakhs of data. It will still work in the same way how we are seeing now.
Correct. See, that's what. Sir. The first sheet was the raw data, and the second sheet, the second and the third sheet, that region wise and the name wise, it was manually sorted by us. No? Suppose if we'll
Yes.
get a raw data, then we'll have to do that part.
See, I'll tell you one thing. There's nothing to confuse in Tableau. Tableau is advanced version of your MS Excel. Let me tell you this simple or blunt way. Okay. The only difference here is in MS Excel, when I have to do a multiple pivot or multiple diagram, I can do one at a time, and that is only for view purpose. I cannot do any dynamic thing there.
Correct.
Right. But when it comes to that, when it comes to Tableau, I have to still create multiple sheets for individual graph. But in my dashboard or anywhere, I can merge it and make it interactive or dynamic. So that whichever choice you make, it will parallelly show for other clauses as well, which cannot happen in Power BI or MS Excel. All of you clear?
Sir, can you share this the data source?
I have just told, right? Data source from Google only. See, I'm not telling you that one because don't limit yourself to only that. Download any dump file from Google and try to work on it towards finance, towards automotive, whatever is there. Try to do different experiment.
So from BI point of view, is this knowledge sufficient or?
It's more than enough. And if it's not something what I told, you will simply take it and sit, right? We have to do practice. What I told is good for me because I am talking here, but you are not talking anything there, right? So you have to practice.
I mean to say, you just picked up the Excel files in the starting. There are other options as well, right? Statistical data and all.
Yes.
So that and all we do. That and all we don't work, right? So only
no need for us. As a BA, as a senior BA, as a even for Scrum Master, no need.
Okay.
So how to create?
Sir, what is tide and floating here?
1% at a time, please.
So how to create a different dashboard? Dashboard 2.
See here, if I just observe my cursor, if you click here, it shows new worksheet and then new dashboard. Click on this. I will have dashboard 2.
Okay, got it, sir. Thank you.
Sir, with this knowledge,
what
if
is,
in the interview, yeah, please proceed.
So what is floating here in object column?
Object column.
Just next to tide.
Okay, here. If you click on floating, nothing. It's just a dashboard title.
Okay.
Nothing much.
Sir,
See,
if
what
with
happens? Yeah, please.
this knowledge, if we have been asked in the interview that how long you have worked on the Tableau, so what should be the answer, sir?
This kind of question is very tricky to answer because it's asked to
Wow.
you. How can I answer?
No, sir. So because is this knowledge is sufficient, or we can say
this is more than enough for you. Like I told, as a BA or in a domain of this one, your requirement to create a presentation out of this will be minimal. But this is an awareness session for giving you knowledge. It does not mean that whatever I told is the only thing for you. You have to practice, otherwise you will forget by end of the day.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So keep practicing.
So during our nurturing section, just to practice all these tools, is there any assignments that will assign to us?
No.
Or we are going to perform in a project session?
Over here in COPD, we are not asking you to do that thing, but this is an awareness session where we are making you aware with the industry's requirement. Okay, so that you can practice this thing at home. It is not only about the BRD and user story. When meeting happens, when you are asked to present data or PPT, this is something which is a person's or individual expertise area. We have to learn out of it.
And also during project sessions, are we going to use these tools or what?
Where?
During our project sessions, during capstone project, are we going to use these tools or what?
No.
Okay.
Sir, how to download the Tableau from internet?
1 minute, I'll show you the link. Let me know if you're able to see my Chrome.
Sir, COPD also providing the software links, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we are providing for MS Visio, Balsamic, and all those things, but not for Tableau and this kind of application. So can you see download free Tableau desktop? This is how it will appear. Request 14-day free trial, Tableau extension and templates. Click on this section. It will open up for the next screen. Okay, my internet is a little slow. Please bear with me. No matter how many links you try to create, it will give you only 14 days free trial. Okay, but if we have money, definitely we can pay the license and keep it with us for lifelong. So once you click on this, the section will open like this. Please give me some time. Yeah.
Sir, how much would be the cost of the license, Joseph?
I have no idea. No idea.
So can we use Tableau public version? It's free
Yes,
only,
you can use, see, whichever version you use, tablet, Tableau public, Tableau desktop, you will have by default 14 days period only for practice.
No, but
Unless you
Tableau
buy.
public is free for lifetime, right?
No, I have used it. It is giving only 14 days.
Okay. And one more thing I wanted to ask, like, what are the questions asked from your seniors in this?
One
Like,
minute.
suppose an Excel
One
sheet
minute.
is
One
given.
minute. So once you click on this link, info topics, you can see right hand side, it show start your free trial. Click on this button. It will open up a page where it says download. Okay. And then you can download this application to your machine.
Okay.
Yeah. Next question. What is that?
So what are the type of questions asked from us or expected from us? From who asked, and basically what type of questions are asked for a Tableau only? Like
Tableau,
suppose an
you will
Excel
not be
sheet
asked
is
much question because Tableau is not BA work, right? Tableau
okay.
will ask you only few questions that how good you are with Tableau, yes or no. They might ask you only few scenarios like, are you aware with the Tableau interface, where it comes, where it falls, what, how can you merge two different things, how it interact. So this is something when you practice, you can answer it.
Okay.
So this is an awareness session for you to understand that this is also one of the application required in the industry, but this is not the entire work for the BA.
Okay.
Sir, for
It is showing 542 MB, sir.
542 MB.
542 MB it is showing.
Yes, sir, it is 542.
Sir, under library session, we have exams where there are questions for Tableau. So where we can refer that, or we just need to practice it? Do we have any reference material to study?
Sorry, repeat the question again.
Under library session on COEPD portal, we must be having a test on this Tableau. So do we get any study material for this Tableau?
No, you have to practice on your own. That is why we are doing a session where you can download and get more knowledge on it. Okay. Any more question, guys?
So the PDF is not happening, you said, right, sir?
PDF is not working here for me.
Hello, Ravi sir, can you please go to file section and check the file save as option so we can see in which format it gets downloaded.
Tableau workbook. It does not
Only
give
at
you
the Tableau workbook.
Yes, it does not give you option of PDF.
So if we download this, so does it interact like if we change the section like in region by cells and year by region and year by cells? So like it perform in Tableau application. So no, not in PDF, in the other section.
No, I didn't get
Tableau,
you.
you said it. If you go to file and do it as a file save as. Yeah, so it will reflect as a Tableau workbook, right? Yeah, so if we save it, right? So will it function like in a Tableau
Sir,
app?
please save it and open it, sir, so that we understand.
Because I have to work on Excel sometimes, like most of the time. So there are interactive dashboard in Excel itself. So I just wanted to check, does it interact like this? Sales and region if we change.
So basically, can we save the whatever work we have done and we can reopen and again work on that?
Yes, it will work on the same area. That is why we are saving. So it will start from the same area where we have saved or left.
Once we save it in that TW format, once we reopen it, it will get reopened in the Tableau itself.
1 minute. Let me take you to my screen. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
TV check now. Take some time to access or launch. It's not allowing me to do this. It's saying, please move this window away from the shared application. 1 minute. Give me a minute, guys. Let me check it for you.
Sir, you are opening that Tableau workbook, right? The one
Yes,
which
yes,
we
yes,
have.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Sir, for downloading raw data from Google, which site do you prefer, sir? Because often we come
You can
across.
download from any area. There's nothing like that.
No,
Ensure
site
that
I'm
whatever
asking, because there likely to
I'm
be
not,
any virus or something.
no, I'm not saying it for any site. I just go with the downloads, whatever is there, and ensure to check its history, whether it is a fake site or some kind of wrong site, something like that. That is the only thing I do, not more than that. 1 minute. Are you able to see the screen now? The Tableau?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
The same one which I have saved and accessed. So when you pull it up, it behaves the same way. It is interacting in the both aspects. There will be no change in that. It will be saved as it is on where we have closed it. Fine.
Sir, can you please tell once again how to download as a PDF?
PDF is not happening for me. That is what I'm telling you. I'm not able
Sir,
to
please.
download.
Sir, please. Okay.
Import PDF. Should show option.
Might be it is a trial version. That's why it's not downloading.
Might happen that because that reason also one of the reason, yes. But I want to
So
see.
can we do that? That we have saved already file, na? Then right click on that and open with PDF.
No, it won't give you that feature. See, it will not happen that way.
Can it give the option of like file print and then PDF?
If I click on download, basically if you move, it should export image. Let's see if it can happen this way. It is going for graphics PNG and JPEG. Save.
Downloaded as image. You can try the file print option.
Okay.
Sir, Swapna here.
Yes, sir, that
Meanwhile,
can be work.
Yeah. So this is
Sir
the
Ravi,
GIF
sir.
image. Yeah, please tell me. Yeah, tell me. Hello.
Sir, can you please reopen that Tableau workbook?
Yes, yes, I'm opening. Give me a second. There is too many
Hello,
Tableau
sir.
open actually accidentally. Yes, of tell me.
So once we shift hold and release the sheet in the dashboard, after we release the couple of sheets, the place we cannot change it, is it? Am I right? We cannot change after we release it, is it
No,
right?
you can move it. No, you can move up, down, center, left, wherever you want to move. As of when you press shift, you are trying to navigate through that area wherever you want to place. And once you release there, it will be there definitely, but you can still have the liberty to move it up, down, or wherever you want. Because once you click on that area, on top you will have a 3 barrow. Can you see this one now? Are you able to see my screen, all of you? If I click, you can move it, right? I can move it. It is free.
Okay, we can bring the down one to up and up one
Yes,
to
yes,
down.
you can do. This is just given so that you can, it is up to you how you want to align it. There is no such rule that once it is fixed, it will remain there only. No. Okay.
So basically, we download in PDF just to show to the client, right? Or else there is no need to download in PDF.
See, no need of downloading PDF basically. I'll tell you one thing what happens. Most of what we do, if I'm working on a Tableau like this, and if I have to present also, I will just take a snapshot of this one and paste in PPT. Okay, or max to max, what you will do, you will talk to your technical team telling that please forward this thing into browser version and share the link to the client or internal management, where they once they access it, it will behave dynamically. Simple.
Sir,
We are not going to do much.
Sir, in year by cells, can you please uncheck the boxes like keep only east and south? Yeah, it is behaving like that Tableau app, because if my client wants to, it is interacting like same. Yeah, that is I wanted to say. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All of you guys understanding Tableau importance and how to work on it. I hope you were enjoyed this one. I mean, in terms of knowledge, yes, there's something new which you can use it in your need. And one thing is very important. You have to practice. If you skip it, believe me, you will forget it. Okay. Fine, guys. Then any more question before winding up?
No, sir.
No, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Do we have Power BI also?
Sorry?
Do we have to learn Power BI also? Because
yes,
as discussed earlier, that Tableau is more powerful tool than Power BI.
Yes. You have to learn.
So we are learning here itself in COEPD.
We already have a Power BI session completed, I believe last week somewhere. And
no.
Yes,
no,
it is
not
done.
for our batch.
Not for our batch.
Definitely. It might not be for your batch, but it is done. And you have a recording on the same thing in your library section. Please go through that. Additionally, if anything comes up, any more session is happening in the future, let's say by next week somewhere, you will be informed the same way how you got information towards that. Clear?
Okay. Sir, when is Power BI, sir?
Sorry?
In Power BI session, when is it scheduled?
Power BI, as of now, we are not aware. Management will communicate to you either by email or by WhatsApp status, so that you are aware with that.
Sir, most of the organization uses the Tableau na, in present real-time scenario.
Most of the organization uses both. They will keep both the applications. Most of the application also don't use Tableau and Power BI. They will use with QLink.
So we have received Power BI class for 11th September.
11th September.
Yes, we have got a communication. Great. And for SQL is on 4th September and Jira is on 18th September. We have received the scheduled sessions.
Great. Then you can take participate in that. Then you can be part of it.
So which is the most used tool, sir, for BA?
Thank you, Ranganathan.
Which is the most
used tool in BA, sir, for BS in
BA? You are having only two tools. Why, sir?
Regularly, which tool we are working, sir, continuously on daily basis?
You are working only on your document analysis, MS Visio, and prototyping or wireframe. Power BI.
So tool is a Visio.
Yes. Power BI and Tableau, all those things are minimal. If asked, then only. The proportion is very minimal, but knowing is not wrong. So tomorrow when you are asked, you cannot tell that I don't know how to use it. Right?
Yeah, got it.
Sir, can you repeat the tools once again, sir? Document analysis, something you told.
Document analysis is not it's a tool which is what called MS Excel or MS Word. where you document things.
Okay. What are the other two tools?
MS Visio is another application where you create use case diagram and activity diagram. And then Balsamiq and Axior RP, where you create wireframe and prototyping.
Okay. Balsamiq and
Azure.
Axior RP 07. Axior
Visio,
RP.
right, sir? Visio, huh?
MS Visio.
Sir, I also wanted to ask the same question because only those two things are remaining in my first project. So my mentor has asked me to draw a UML diagram and activity diagram. So which tools am I supposed to use? I am totally
MS Visio.
Visio, right?
Visio, MS Visio.
For both.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir,
Thank
for
you,
your
sir.
session.
Thank you, sir.
It's very knowledgeable. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I had a lovely time. Happy weekend.